Welcome to the Midweek message. We're taking some lessons from the book of Ecclesiastes. We're in chapter 7. We're reading verses 23 through 25, and I'm reading from the New Living Translation of the Bible. Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 23. I have always tried my best to let wisdom guide my thoughts and actions. I said to myself, I am determined to be wise, but it didn't work. Wisdom is always distant and difficult to find. I searched everywhere, determined to find wisdom and to understand the reason for things. I was determined to prove to myself that wickedness is stupid and that foolishness is madness. So let's look at these verses individually. Ecclesiastes 7:23. I have always tried my best to let wisdom guide my thoughts and actions. I said to myself, I am determined to be wise, but it didn't work. Honest confession from Solomon, the wisest man who ever lived, empowered by God. He said, I've always tried to make good decisions. Many people there are in life that try diligently to make good decisions, to do the right thing, to be prudent, to make timely decisions and informed decisions. Solomon said that was what he did. He said, I tried my best to let wisdom guide my thoughts and actions. I really tried. I said to myself, I am determined to be wise. He had set as his goal to be wise. I am determined to be wise. And then he admitted, but it didn't work. Despite our best efforts, sometimes wise and good actions fail of their purposes. And then he said in verse 24, perhaps this is the reason, his assessment. Wisdom is always distant and difficult to find. How hard it is to live a wise life and good life. Try your best and things will go sideways. Save your money and it can be lost in short time. Plan your family's journey and path, and things can still turn out in negative ways that you didn't plan or desire. Because wisdom is difficult to find, it's distant. One of the things about life in general is that we can't control other people. And so we may make good plans and yet they go awry because of the intervention of others, and then there is the basic sinful nature of people that keeps them from doing things exactly as they ought to be done. And in verse 25, I searched everywhere, determined to find wisdom and to understand the reason for things. I was determined to prove to myself that wickedness is stupid and that foolishness is madness. Another of Solomon's determinations. I wanted to know the reason for things. Many say, I've said it myself at times, why did this happen? What is the reason behind this? Trying to make sense of something that eludes us. And it's nonsensical from a human standpoint, at least anyway. I wanted to find the reason for things, but it eluded me because wisdom is distant and difficult to find. Another determination, hand in hand. I was determined to prove to myself that wickedness is stupid and that foolishness is madness. It's hard to prove even something that is a biblical fact and a divinely inspired directive. Hard to prove to the frail and sinful and human mind. And the truth is, in life, there are many things that you will never be able to understand completely. For many questions, there are no answers. And we have to believe and trust in the sovereignty of God, understand the fallenness of man, and the frailty of our world.